All right. Okay, I think we're live. Wow, the lighting is pretty crazy. I just was approved for mobile live streaming, so I haven't even had a chance to check out like the frame or anything. So if you can hear me, just give me thumbs up so that I can see the flood of thumbs up. It looks like the lighting's pretty crazy. So just do that for me and then we can go. Info snacks are coming right to you. Let me just turn this down a little bit because it looks like my ring light's making me look 20 and I'm not. All right. Yay, look at that. You guys can hear me. Really cool. I have my phone, plus I have this crazy little dongle that you can plug it in so the phone doesn't die, and also have my microphone. So little by little, I'm getting there. Hopefully the lighting's a little bit... Okay, let's see if I can zoom. I can't zoom. Okay, whatever. We'll learn. All right, welcome to It's a Crime. I'm Linda, and today this is my second live stream ever on the channel. So thank you so much for joining me. Apparently there's 189 people watching right now. So welcome, happy Sunday. Hope you're having a really good weekend. Let me know in the chat where you are from. And Jason, I see you. I love, he says Li2L, which is leave it to Linda. I swear I'm gonna make a mug out of that. That's so awesome. He says, leave it to Linda. Look at that, you guys. Hello, Texas, Buffalo, New York City, Colorado, Illinois, Oklahoma, California, Vegas, baby, Atlanta. Look at that. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Okay, so before I get started, you are more than welcome to chat in here. I'm happy. If you have differing opinions, I'm happy for you to speak your mind. No problem. Just keep it really classy. Don't threaten. Don't say anything. Don't bully, right? Oh my gosh. Already super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Hopefully Mama can get a proper microphone soon. Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to see who that's from. Coffee House Chatter. Thank you. South Florida. Love your channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so yes, did that. Oh, and just so you know, there is a mod in here to make sure everything goes smoothly. Thank you to This Is It. All right, and we're going to talk about two cases today. We're going to talk about Faye Swetlik and also Gannon Stauch. And I'm sure most of you have been following Gannon. I've heard a few people have not even heard about Faye. It did happen very quickly, but I'm going to go through the two so that you know, okay? Now, is there anybody? Oh, people from UK. That's awesome. And a Edmontonian from Canada. Look at that. Thank you, Mary Billings. $4 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Awesome. So I did decide to do this for the afternoon so that people in the UK can also enjoy the live. So I do have it fairly organized again, just like my last chat, but you will be able to get the download and everything. Now, if you are interested in seeing the Faye Swetlik videos and also Gannon Stauch, the previous ones, I do have a link in the description so that you can check it out if you're wondering what's going on. All right, so first I'm going to start with Faye. And then we can talk about Gannon later. And now Faye is a 6-year-old little girl who went missing last Monday, February 10th. She was getting off the bus, and then a few days later she was found deceased. And which was very sad. I just did a video on her and I was researching her, and then I found out the news right before I was pressing record, and I was pretty devastated. It was really sad. As all of you guys, I'm sure, are also. Now, sources say that they did find, or they did see, Faye's mom come to pick her up at the bus stop, and then walk back. And so then Faye went home with her mom, and she was outside playing. And then fast forward about an hour 15 later, Faye's mom called 911, and her name is Selena. And I heard the call actually. I heard the call and the 911 call. It was so super heartbreaking. She said she was last seen about the hours. Her mom was totally distraught. Thank you so much, Julie DJ from UK. Awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. Now, that 911 call, I don't know, did you guys hear it? Because it was very heartbreaking. She was almost hyperventilating, and who wouldn't be, right? Your daughter is missing. All of a sudden, she was playing in the yard. A lot of kids played after school outside, and then all of a sudden gone. And Thursday, fast forward, we got the news that Faye actually was deceased. They found her, and another guy was found. Now, that guy's name was Cody Scott Taylor, and I'll get more into it. I'm just going to give you the breakdown and then get into the meat and potatoes and give you some info snacks. And so Faye got an autopsy done yesterday, I believe it was, and Cody as well. And there was a police escort. I don't know if you saw it or not. There was a motorcade, and they all guided Faye back home. And they said that Tuesday is going to be the autopsy results. They're hoping by Tuesday, which is February 18th. Now, let's get into more of the meat and potatoes of it, or my info snacks, like I call it on my channel. Hope she gets her microphone soon. Can you guys hear me okay this time? Because my last live wasn't very good, and hopefully, yeah, my microphone's okay. We're good. All right, so let's get into it. So now, Faye gets off of her bus, they walk home, and I saw today that there was the bus stop. They showed where it was, because before it was a little elusive. I didn't know where the actual bus stop was, and it looked like it was the highway, and they just get off from there. And then I did a Google search to find out how long it took by foot to come from the bus stop to their home at 16 Londonderry Square, and it was about a 7-minute walk. But you're also walking with a 6-year-old, right? So I'm sure that takes a little bit longer. I'm not very tall, and it takes me longer because my little feet, you know, somebody who's 6 feet and me, I feel like I'm running. So, all right, so I did look into the walk. Now, then Faye goes into the yard, the 911 call takes place. The officers are turning everybody's world upside down. That was what Sergeant Antley actually said. He said, listen, we went into the houses, we turned everything upside down. People were late for work, like we invaded their privacy. He said, like we were doing everything. And they found Faye, and then they, what was I gonna say? They found Faye, and then shortly after they found Cody. Now I have a couple questions surrounding that too. Mark Ratliff, hello Linda from Ohio. Love your shows, always looking forward to the next one. Thank you so much, you are welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Without you guys, there wouldn't be this channel, so thank you. All right, so they follow these two. Now, it was mentioned that the authorities were actually following the garbage, and that's where they found something in the garbage that came from this 602 Piccadilly Square, I think it's Square, and it matched to Cody's, and then they found him. Now, when I looked where his apartment is compared to where Faye's house was, and where Faye was found, which was in between Faye's house and Napa Auto Parts. So I'm going to show it to you this way. Napa's up here, and Faye's house is down here. And then if you just east, like middle and to the east, is where Cody's place was. So she was found in between some there, almost behind his place or directly out east. West, that would be. I'm trying to do a mirror image. And yeah, 469 people watching right now. Welcome. Thank you for taking time out on your Sunday to hang out with me and all these awesome people. Really, really great group. I'm so super, super grateful for you guys. All right. Thank you, James, for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So much support from all of you guys. I'm really, really happy how respectful you are in the comments. Couple oddballs that aren't so respectful, but they may get the punt. Differing opinions, okay, you know, but not rude. All right, love watching you. All the updates are really nice. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Now, Cody lives 100 to 150 feet is what Sergeant Antley said from Faye, right? So it's like I explained in my little pretend map. And they said that he has no criminal history. He has some traffic violations I read somewhere else in 2015. I think one was failure to dim his lights or something like that. And he used to work at Jimmy John's, and it's a sandwich place, but people were thinking he still worked there, but he doesn't. That was in 2015. And he studied math of University of South Carolina, but dropped out in 2009. He also studied robotics. So this guy's a pretty smart guy, right? Math, robotics, like he's into that kind of thing. Now, one of the weird things when I was on his Facebook page, there was a super weird post, and I think it was from 4 or 5 years ago, but I just found it odd because it was called the 7 Most Baffling Criminal Defenses That Almost Worked, and there was some weird examples in there about criminals who used some pretty crazy excuses, in my opinion, as a defense, and they got away with it. So I thought that was kind of curious. Now, here's the thing that I've been thinking about, and because, okay, Faye's found, then this guy's found, we automatically think this is the guy who did it, right? They didn't say that. They just are. It's a pending investigation. They're working on the investigation. But my question is, was his wounds, or how he died, was it self-inflicted? That I really, 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 really want to know. And I want to know, was he the one who drove the silver car? Does anybody know that, if he drove that car or not? That was the one that kind of looked like tinted windows. Okay, somebody says, how is Cody related to Faye? Oh, so he's not related, he's not a friend, he was a neighbor, but is somehow linked to Faye's death. Cody died and Faye died, and Cody is C-O-T-Y. Thank you for you guys who are explaining this too. Thank you so much. Buffering a lot. Hopefully it's not too bad on here and my Wi-Fi is okay. All right, so you guys are okay. Good. We're at 518 people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're from. And we are talking about Faye Swetlik right now, her case, and her tragedy, basically. And this would probably be a good time to smack in some purple and pink hearts, because that is Faye's favorite color. So you can just flood the wall if you want with pink and purple hearts. That would be really sweet. All right. Toronto, Tennessee's here, Indiana. Frankie Cat from New York. Hi, Linda. Hi. I have a brother named Frankie. He's a twin brother. Okay. We already said we're that. Okay, so do you have any questions so far about this case? I know I'm just whipping through it. We really don't know a whole lot of information yet, but I do have a little info snack that's coming in another video for Faye that I noted, let's say, but I want to save it for the video so that I can get into it a little bit more, because it has me raising some questions. Let's just say. Something, a 6-year-old who died from, did you say Wisconsin? I haven't heard of that. If you want to give me some details on certain cases you'd like me to cover, just email me at itsacrimeandashame@gmail.com, and that way I can read it and I can dig in a little bit more. I'm happy to cover missing cases. That is my heart. I just want everybody, I just want everybody to know out there and see that. Elizabeth says, how was Faye killed? They did not say how she was. They're giving respect to the family to digest everything that's happened, and to be sensitive in that. So I can't even imagine. Even the thought of a child missing, let alone being killed, is absolutely horrifying. And you know, that even that one little second of panic when you can't see your kid is just really, really scary. Yes, Cody's profile is still up. It's not filled out. He hasn't been active on there from the past. I think it was 2015, maybe even a little bit sooner, but not active. Love your updates and your info snacks. Thank you, Jess Darby. 547 people watching now. That's awesome, you guys taking out time of your day to come spend it with me for a little bit. I've got some men in here, Linda. Oh, okay, great. Men and women's great. That's great. They didn't say how Cody died yet. They are doing the autopsy, and then we will find out. I am not sure what is going to happen. That's why I I was questioned about if anybody, where it says Tiny Tot CPR, he doesn't need to be deleted. He's actually, should be a mod, just so you know. Do these kind of predators usually pick the victim so close to? See, that's the thing. We don't know if he is or not. What's interesting about that is how close she was found. And they said that her body wasn't there very long. So I'm just curious what the heck happened. Was this guy on video? Was he on video from that 3:45 mark? And then after, at what point? And how do you bring a child to that wooded area? It's not, I mean, I couldn't even say wooded. I mean, it's not like it's the woods. It's a little bit of trees there. So, yeah, so does that mean he held her for a longer time, or is he, or her until he had the opportunity to bury her? I don't know. It does not say, what's going on. They're keeping it every hush hush, of course, because it's an ongoing investigation. So I'm not too sure what happened. Do you guys have any other questions before I get into Gannon? I want to give you more information on little Faye, but we don't have too much other than the horrific news that she passed away. I loved, you know, I will speak on this with Sergeant Antley and the director. His name was Snellgrove, Byron Snellgrove. I was very, very impressed with the coverage that they gave and how they respectfully respected the family, of course, but also respected the news reporters, and they kind of tried to fill the gaps and let us know the information. I was really, really surprised at how much he did give out and how much he kept, of course, too, but it was really important. So I love the hearts. Look at these pink and purple hearts. This is awesome. All right. Yeah, I wait for the facts. So this is it. Says Linda waits for the facts, guys. She wants to be respectful to the family. The police have not said too much. And that's just it. You'll see in my very beginning videos, I'll start to talk about, well, I'll gather the facts, right? I gather facts, I fact check. It takes me a long time. Over time, when things start coming out, I start forming an opinion. Yes, absolutely. But there's reasons behind my opinion. You know, there hasn't been a lot on this case. So we're going to get to Gannon in just a minute because I'm sure a lot of you want to talk about that. But I wanted to give the respect and love to Faye too because she's important and all these cases are important. I cover as much as I can and there's no shortage of talking about things, isn't that? All right, so what else? Yeah, Dolly says, yeah, I hope nothing else happened with Faye. So we're going to go on to Gannon. Are you guys ready? Why do certain missing cases get more publicity than others? Good question. Lots seem to come out of Colorado, though, don't they? Of course, Faye was from little South Carolina, and you notice, just think her little friends are going to her school and not seeing her there, and everybody has questions, and they're fearful, and it's just awful. And this town of Cayce is very small. It's 14,000 people. There's not very many people in this town. Lisa Russell, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, you are amazing. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome. So happy to have you guys. Such a great group. Just really heartfelt group. And I've had, I don't know, 10,000 comments, something like that. And I try to get back as much as possible. But it's starting to get a little overwhelming. But I'm always going to try. Yeah, does anybody know how to put this slow mode on? Because I'm happy to do that. I just don't know how to do that. Just LI2L for she will keep us all close to this channel. Linda's off the chain. Thanks, Jason. Leave it to Linda. LI2L. I love that he made that. We talk about this often. Yeah, how do you do the slow mode? Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. That looks slower because you guys are just whoosh. All right. I'm trying to read as fast as I can too. Janice, is that how you say your name, Janice? That's such a cool name. Thank you so much. Read my previous message. Where is your previous message, Janice? And I'll try and read it again. I would be happy to read your message for you. Oh, there we go. I don't want videos that I know will waste my energy. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Your mom's name is Denise, and yours is Janice? Oh, awesome, I said it right. Okay, great. I like your opinions and your spin on things. Surely they will find out something soon. Yeah, I don't want to say too much. I do have one little thing that was very peculiar that I did found that's unrelated to Cody, or it could be related, I don't know, but it was just something that I picked up that was weird. I kind of see some things maybe different than the average bear sometimes. Texas Angel said, oh, $5 super chat, thank you so much. All right, are you ready to go into Gannon? Okay, so now, let's make sure I got everything there. Gannon Stauch has been missing, and it's going to be 3 weeks tomorrow. And there's been 500 tips so far that I last read. And he, last I saw was 540 tips. And he has now, well, they've been searching for him, South Douglas County, and that's just north of Colorado Springs. And if you guys, did you guys see my video where I talked about Gannon, I talked about Tisha and the possibility of going north in Colorado Springs, and then 2 days later I see they're searching for that area, and that just kind of freaked me out a little bit. And at the same time I was like, good, I'm glad they're searching there, and at the same time I was freaked out, right? And so Tiffany says, do you believe he's still alive? I have hope he is. I don't know. I have hope. So I'm going to say, it breaks my heart. 3 weeks is a long time. So officers said that the info led them to this location, and news reporters were asked to back up further from this location. And I saw yesterday, I believe it was last night, I think, it was Fox 31 News that they said that they showed through the trees in the camera, and they showed that crews were actually digging in that location. So they were already using their shovels and poles throughout the fields and the terrain. But they were actually, I saw them digging right near some trees underneath there. So I don't know what that was all about. And the terrain actually, somebody brings a good point up. There was a video from a guy yesterday who drove the road. Yes, and I don't have the person's name, but I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to put it in the description after this live so you guys can see it. He drove around the area, which I'm super thankful for because it gives us a really good indication of what it looks like. And as soon as I saw it, it looks very, very much like Canada. Between, Alberta and British Columbia, very, very similar terrain. And Jackie Kirby was talking about the terrain, saying, it's all over the place kind of thing. She said it was rough terrain. She said there was some ravines that you had to access by rope. All right, 613 people watching now. And Soul Invictus says, show love and hit the like button. I'd be super appreciative. Some people hit the dislike button, but that's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And some people just do it because they do it. But it still gives indicator to the algorithm. So, it's all good. This is so heartbreaking. Why are they digging? Poor little boy. Bless his sweet little heart. Hoping for the best, but not looking good. Yeah, I don't know. Something must have led them to there, right? And a lot of people were talking about the traffic cams. There are a lot of traffic cams in Colorado Springs. So I'm wondering, if it was a bogus tip, I doubt law enforcement would go there, right? So they're probably putting a bunch of 2 and 2s together and making a lot of 4s. That's it. Yes, this guy's name is Mark Garnera. Lisa Avery, thank you. That's it, and I will put the link after. Thank you so much. I believe it was you who showed me that link too, so it was great to actually be able to see the terrain. I was really appreciative of that. Did she leave her phone at Petco? You know what, Carly? I don't know. I've searched and searched and searched to see if there was any facts about that, so I didn't mention with that because I don't know. I really don't. I wonder why she went back at 1 p.m. to that Petco, and people are speculating that maybe she came back to get her phone. So Janae says, you're my cup of tea. Well, thank you. Speaking of that, I need a little sip. Hopefully you guys don't hear it. I hate the sounds too. Passion tea is so good. Okay. All right. I like your hoodie. Looks good on you. Thank you. You know what? I've been creating a weird optical illusion apparently, and I do see it after I upload because I think it's my height and this like round chair, like the way I have it right where my shoulders are, people think I'm a mile wide. I'm like, that is not a woman's dream, is to look like a mile wide, right? Ladies in here, right? You don't want to look like a mile wide. So it's like, yeah, no, I got to figure that out. Janae, where did you get that hoodie? I think it's from a place called Ardennes. It's Canadian. I think that's where I got it from. Dad with a phone also has a lot of footage. You know, I've watched him before, and it's been because I've been so busy, I haven't been able to watch him in a long time. CCK, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. All right, I don't look like a mile wide. I do in some videos because I was wearing black and black, and it looked like I was like this, and like somebody said I look like a sumo wrestler. So I was like, note to self, don't wear black on black. This is not good. All right, so now back to the search area in Douglas County, and that was between Palmer Lake and Larkspur, but they said the location is actually Highway 105 and South Perry Park Road. And it's a 35-acre development that's both private and public. And in my last video, I talked about just how big 35 acres is. That's around 25 or 26 football fields. Like, how long would that take? There was approximately 100 people, I believe, all authorities. They're not taking citizens anymore, and I believe, yeah, 35 acres, that's really, really big. And there was chatter about a privacy screen being up, and there was confirmation from a reporter that it's merely a gate, it's not a privacy screen. So you don't have to worry about that rumor. They just said it was just a gate. South Perry Park Road in Sierra Pines. Oh, Mel Randall says she's off to work. Have a great one from Australia. That's awesome. Really cool how we can connect all around the world. Is stepmom still out of the house and biomom in the house? I think Landon, from what I read, I believe she had to go back. And I don't think Tisha's in there. I think last I heard she was in a hotel. So yeah, so back to the location, and that was Highway 105. And then where am I at? Now Jackie did say that wasn't the only location, but that's the biggest location. So I wonder where else they're searching. I'm sure they have a ton of tips. And I don't know if you saw my last video. I think it was yesterday's video. And I was talking about wondering how many tips that Tisha actually made to the cops, if there was any. Only because she seems to gets into, having to defend herself everywhere. She goes in through these true crime groups, and she's wondering, okay, well, they said this, so I have to back it up with this and that. So it crossed my mind, like, I wonder if she's actually putting in calls. I don't know. Do you know about the car rental, hun? They're asking. I don't know. I have been trying to find any info on the rental car that's legit, right? I don't know if she has or not. I mean, she did drive a red vehicle, which is a pretty loud vehicle to drive. I haven't seen any concrete evidence on that yet. Yeah, there is something strange about this case. I 100% agree. Super weird. Now, I talked about the traffic cams, but there was, where Petco is, there was another woman who gave a video on the Petco location, which I was super grateful for too, because you can really see, and she drives around, and that was the Petco on North Nevada, and it's quite a shopping square. It's quite the shopping center that I saw. Let's talk about that, and then I'll go back a little bit. When I looked in the shopping directory, I just took a little peek to see, like, is there a doctor there? Maybe, And there was dentistry, there was chiropractic place, there was a Lowe's if you needed to replace any carpet, and there was obviously the Petco. And from 11 to 1 p.m. she has a gap right up there, and that's where I said, well, she could leave Colorado Springs and then come back. And the Marcia asks where the little sister was. It was, I believe she was at school that day. Reports are saying she was at school that day and then came home from the bus. So, yeah, so there's a 2-hour gap from the Petco visit. And somebody kept saying, actually, there was more than one person, I kept saying that it was a buy two, get one free for the coats. Now, some people are saying, well, Linda, the coats have nothing to do with it. And some people think, yes. Well, I didn't say for sure. I said it could be something, it could not be something. Lisa, I don't know about that. I wondered if he was traveling with a friend that apparently flew home the day he went missing. I'd like to know more information about that. You can send me that at itsacrimeandashame@gmail.com. Brianna says, I would love to see your thoughts on the Jonbenet Ramsey. Oh yeah, I would love to too. When I have a moment, I will climb into that one for sure. Yeah, the red truck is very noticeable for sure. I agree. But maybe that's what makes it great. Yeah, Nikki, what are your thoughts about her crying at the end of the video? Well, that was what's so weird. I did do two videos actually, one on her words and one on her hands. And it was just super strange how it all went down. And then at the very end, it was edited. Like the front end wasn't edited for like 11 minutes. And then the last 30 seconds was edited. That was kind of weird. So back to these coats. Thanks for your work, Gannon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jessie. I really appreciate that. Where am I? Okay, we're talking about the coats, right? So I'm not a dog owner. I didn't know. And so some people were answering, and I super appreciate this because they were giving me some insight on the different types of coats that you could have. Because there's the frou-frou ones, right, that are just, you know, fancy schmancy, and they just wearing the coats and it's all decorative. And then there's some that are actually have harnesses on them, and some people say you could put weights on them as well, like little sand weights. What is that for the dogs? Unless maybe it's kind of like a thunder coat where it keeps them calm. I have heard about that. Yeah, it says I don't even believe the candle theory. Okay, let's talk about this video. This video, there's a couple things about it, okay? One, she says it was accidentally recorded. I don't think it was. And the other thing was, some people were saying that Gannon said, I'm bleeding or something. I've only heard a little bit. I didn't hear it enough to know exactly like that. Yep, that was 100% it. And also, she didn't mention anything about a candle in that thing, only did you do that on purpose? So we really don't know if there was a candle, right? And why would you be bleeding if there was fire, right? Because really it would be more so if you burn yourself. I just burnt myself on my fireplace a couple weeks ago on my thumb, and you don't bleed, you just have a real big blister. Has a stepmom been ruled out by police? Nope, don't think so. 674 people watching and 278 likes on my end. Yeah, and we don't know, right? Because now all this information that's coming is from Tisha. She's saying, well, Gannon cut his foot. The candle, like he burnt the candle. That was from the little text that she had. So I don't know. But I will do those two links so you can see the area and the Petco. Now, Gannon made People magazine, I guess. I didn't get to see the exact article, but I did see the picture that he's in People magazine. Did you guys see this? Carpet is non-flammable by code. I saw a little clip, and a woman was purposely spilling a candle on the ground and showing that it doesn't go on fire. It just, you know, the wax goes all over the place. Yeah, Mama Four Girl says, I find it odd she came with that statement after people noticed she said that. Okay, that's what's going on is she goes in these crime groups, which we know, and there's proof because she has her commentary all over the place. She's telling everybody be kind, but calling them effing idiots and everything else. And then she takes it to the streets and does a statement, which in my opinion, she had help on the statement only because from what I've seen her normal texts and posts are compared to that. And I think I'll do a little deep dive on a video on that because I have something pretty cool I want to show you guys about that. She called me names too. I have screenshots. This is it. Says that's interesting. So Tisha is back on Facebook. She deactivated her account and now she's back on. And she posted 2 videos. One of them was of Gannon running with Lena into the water in Hawaii. And another one was him looking like going around a corner. I think that was still on holiday. I'm not too sure. Definitely saw the first one. But this is what Landon, Gannon's mom, said. I saw the screenshot and this is from her and it says, take the pics of my babies down. Over the top and I'm sick of it. My baby waving by. What type of sick person? Exclamation mark. And then she said games and trails and inhumane. Lisa, welcome. Welcome, welcome from Scotland, I believe you are, right? Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you. So yeah, so Landon was just livid and I would be too, wouldn't you? SYM Radio says, it's a crime. I've been watching you a while. You have very good content. Enjoy listening to you. Just want to stop in and let you know before I head out to the races. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you. So that's so weird about all of a sudden now she does these posts. I feel like in her case, she can't help herself. When it gets quiet, she can't help herself. The statements come out, you know, she has to back it up because let's rewind it a little bit. Saturday night, she says Gannon cuts his foot and she dresses him in bandages in the driveway. Then Sunday, she takes him for a hike. Sunday night, he gets in trouble. Monday, he's supposed to go to the doctor and has a stomach ache, but Monday he vanishes, right? And doesn't come home with her. She says there's a shadow because people in the crime groups are saying there's a shadow on the other side. But remember Roderick said, I have really good sound on my system, so I cannot wait for that. And so then Gannon goes missing, but she teeters after that, right? She says, well, now I'm second guessing what I even reported him missing in. Well, if you saw him all day, sister, then I'm pretty sure you would know what he was wearing, right? Julie Howman, thank you so much. Keep doing what you do. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so, I mean, it's so weird, right? But interesting enough, she has something to back up everything. Oh, Saturday night, the reason why he's bleeding is because, well, people were talking about he was bleeding, not just on her Gannon video, but they were saying there was a woman who said she knew that authorities had found blood, and she came and was angry in the Facebook group, and then Tisha comes out with a statement saying, oh, no, that was because he cut his foot. Okay, well, you know what? Kids cut their foot all the time, right? Then we get to Sunday, and that terrible, awful video that she feels would protect her didn't. And what is super chat? Sorry, I'm new to this YouTube stuff. I was too, Tiffany. It's okay. People are super chatting. It's on the bottom right corner of the chat, and they are able to donate to the channel and do that as support. And of course, you guys are supporting me just from being here as well. So don't feel like you have to do that at all. That every little bit helps even your support through words. I super appreciate you. There is 712 people watching now. Welcome, 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 welcome. Jason says she is guilty and she knows it. She's going down. It's just a matter of time before she gets popped. Love you, Linda. Leave it, Li2L, leave it to Linda. So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple things, right? So the Sunday they have that video at night and it's awful and he's crying and he's sobbing and you can see him like crouched down just a smidge. I do cover that in my video. Thank you, Cindy, for your super chat. Love your channel. Thank you. You guys, I never thought in a billion years that this channel would be what it is. I've been following true crime like all my life, pretty much. Sometimes no, sometimes yes. And then when I get on a case, I really get it on it. I'm sure you guys can relate. And I heard the Heidi Broussard case. It just spoke to my heart. I turned on the camera and I recorded. And then all of a sudden, all these people came flooding in. And I never thought in my wildest dreams it would be what it is. I only started December 21st. And we haven't even been 2 months, and we are at almost 19,000 people. And that is not just a number to me. Imagine 19,000 people in a room. That is crazy. So did he come home from Petco? Well, there's no video that he came home that day. And that was at 2:15 p.m. I don't know though, maybe Lena saw him, maybe he didn't. She didn't that after. I mean, I don't know. It's your delivery and insight. Share this live stream on Twitter. Thank you so much, Steve. You have such great detail. I do see little weird isms in things and also patterns. Not all the time, I miss things, but sometimes I sit back and I start to think, like, wait a minute, there's a pattern to this. And that's where I was getting at with Colorado Springs going north, was Tisha has a pattern of distancing. Everything is distance, and that's where I kind of thought of and did that. So, okay, where am I now? So we're talking about that. Now, here's the other thing. If you're 11 years old, right? Two things. If you want to run away, if you're about to run away and your favorite movie's coming up, right? Maybe he wouldn't be so inclined to run away if he knows that Sonic's coming out, right? Maybe he'll double think it. Or would he message his mom saying, you know, I hate this place. I want to come live with you, you know, because he texted Landon every day, she said. Sent her jokes, talked to her about jokes, like talked every single day. Wouldn't an 11-year-old be like, I hate it here, I want to go, you know, whatever it would be, right? And here's the other thing. He has supposedly a stomach ache that morning. She said that she's taking him to the doctor's appointment, but we don't know for sure if she did or not. Well, an 11-year-old can definitely outrun an adult. How many kids, if anybody who has kids in here, has kids that they can outrun you? I'm in good shape and my kids outrun me. 100%. And I work out. So it's not like, you know, it's not like I don't have a good cardiovascular system, because I fairly do. I do. But they can outrun me. It's crazy. So if something happened while they were out, I mean, he would run, no? Like, you have great content. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie, so much for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about all this stuff? Definitely my 7-year-old outruns me. Yeah. Advocate says four big little voices. She says, yeah, 7-year-old. He was a premature baby. Gannon was premature. He's 1.6 pounds, I believe. And I mentioned this in my last live or last video. My nephew was born 1.11 pounds, and he was like teeny tiny, like this big. And you had to use your finger to actually pet him. You couldn't touch him. You just had to put one finger and, like, you know, pet him. So yeah, we might have to slow this down, but I have no idea, you guys, how to slow this down. I wonder if it's in my settings. I think it would just be in live chat where you could just hit slow mode, right? Yeah, I don't know. My 2-year-old granddaughter can outrun me. Yes. Kids are fast. And okay, now what else we got going on here? Let's get some more questions going, because I've said a lot, I think, that I want to say. I wonder if there was a second person. I wonder too, but I don't know. I just don't know. Shauna, thank you for the super chat. Brian Rasmussen from Petco's on your chat. He checked. Oh, I can't read it. Let's pop out the chat. I'm popping it out so I could see. I'm getting back to you there, girl. One sec here. Shauna says, Brian Rasmussen from Petco's on your chat. He checked T out on the first visit. Oh, yes. Now, I'm not sure if you're allowed to see anything on here or not, so I'm going to be respectful of that. But if you're in here, I'm sure you're curious just as much, because I know she checked out, from my understanding, that she checked out with 3 coats, but we don't know what kind of coats. And I heard that it was a 2-for-1 sale. She does have 2 little dogs. I don't know if she came out of the truck with the bags from Petco, because it was pretty grainy, right? It was hard to see. Terrace Wooler says, I've explained slowing it down twice. I'm so sorry, it was going so fast and I'm talking, so it's hard to see. But it looks slower now, possibly? Is that true? Yeah, I heard he only had 1 key to the back gate. Well, that's the thing. She posted that he was, he had a key to the gate. He was the man of the family while Al was away. I'm curious, did he just get the key to the gate? Or did he have it for a while, and did Al know about it? Buy 2, get 1 equals 3 coats. Yeah, of course, buy 2, get 1 free. Yeah, she bought 3 coats. So I didn't know it was the buy 2, get 1 before, but people were telling me, so. All right. A mod can slow chat down if they know how. That's the thing. I live a very pink life. That's the thing. We're just trying to figure that out. Rookie stuff, right? All kinds of things are going my way. I just got mobile streaming after 3 weeks of waiting, because they said you needed 1,000 subscribers, and then I hit that a long time ago, but they're like, no, maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. It's in beta. How many people could actually get it? Anyone think the person who goes out to the truck and walks like a man? I don't know. She's a certain height too. I think she's not much more than 5, was it 5'4", 5'3" or something? Maybe Harley knows something, maybe doesn't. She's 17 years old. I'm sure she's wondering what the heck is going on by now, that's for sure. I'm hoping they will find some more info soon. Maybe they're getting close. I wonder if she has a sugar daddy. Well, she certainly had a profile. Linda, on your screen where you see chat, is there a gear shape? That's the thing, there's not. Because I was looking for that. And in fact, now it says top chat, not live. There we go. Yeah, I don't see anything like that. But it's going slower, so I think we're okay. Click the down blue arrow of the gear. There's no blue arrow. That's the thing. I know. And I'm typically a little nerdy when it comes to computers. Not big time nerdy, but a little bit. I do okay. Why buy those coats? Like you and so many others said, sell a couch to pay for a carpet burn, yet T can afford dog coats. Well, that's the thing. Maybe it's just something that she went and bought some coats for her dogs and created, you know, a little alibi for herself. Maybe it's for something more. I don't know. That's kind of why I wanted to know, what kind of coats did she get? Yeah, she had some Kate Spade stuff in her Poshmark account to sell. Quite a few, actually. Yeah, when she said in the video, this is the last time I'm gonna ask you, I think she said. And yeah, she keeps deactivating her account, activating, and in some ways, okay, let's play devil's advocate. If you are innocent and you get that, that sucks, right? Like if you're getting threats and stuff, that totally sucks. But everybody has a choice in their actions. They have a choice. You choose to go on camera, you don't choose to go on camera. You choose to go on camera with your back turned, you choose not to, right? Like these are all choices, and she's making some odd choices. Where was Albert when all this happened? He was training for the National Guard, and he was away training for that weekend. He came back on Tuesday, so the day after Gannon went missing, he came back on an emergency trip back. Now, yes, about the selfie. Okay, so she's saying that day in the truck, she took a selfie, and she said she always takes selfies when they're out and about, you know, to send to Al. My question is, did you send that selfie to Al? Did he get it? And did you say, Gannon has a stomach ache, I'm taking him to the doctor? Whew, I would love to know that. I don't know if she's still staying into that. Okay, we're gonna go to the settings and we'll see. Is it still going like a mile a minute, you guys? Because there's 743 people watching, that's why. It's going okay though. I like, you know, we're doing not too bad, I think, for it to go that fast. I think I'm doing okay. I can't see the settings. You know what, maybe for next time I'll learn that, because I remember you could do something about changing the seconds, how many seconds and that kind of thing, but I don't want to tinker with my phone. And as I said before, previously, my Asus laptop isn't the best, so. She claimed her phone was home that day. How do you take a selfie when your phone is in the house? Well, see, that's just the thing. There's all kind of contradictions. Well, I'm not sure what Gannon was wearing. This is what Gannon was wearing. I'm taking Gannon to a doctor's appointment. Where's the doctor's appointment? You know? Yeah, you know, the thing is I do my absolute best to get all the facts, and sometimes I give my opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no crime in that. And that's the thing, right? I mean, if you watch my videos and you start from the very first video of each case, I will exactly tell you and state the facts that is fact. And then as time goes on and people do things, I put my opinion in it. I think it's a free country. I think I can. Now, is Tisha guilty? We don't know. We don't know. She could be innocent and she could not be. But here's why we are talking about Tisha, okay? She's the last person to see Gannon. And if you're the last person to see Gannon, then you should be talking about Gannon and finding him and not all the other shenanigans. Thank you, Cindy, for the super chat. What motivated you to start your channel? I mentioned that just a little bit earlier. I really love true crime. I've done that since I was, since I was 15 years old. I followed it. Very much about justice. I mean, the very first thing I can remember is actually a kid in my school was getting beat up, and I knew of him, and he was getting bullied pretty much, and I couldn't stand to watch this go down. And I'm only 5 feet tall, but I was not happy, and I did whatever it took to protect this kid. And I ended up having to go to a little court thing, right? I think I was maybe 16 or 17 years old, and I had to go in there in front of these guys, and they were bullies. They were big time bullies, but I wasn't gonna let that go down on my watch. And I had to protect them. I don't know. I just always kind of felt that way, that I have to protect the ones that can't be protected, or I have to say something. And I don't know. I see these missing kids and I can see some weird patterns, I guess. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people of you see it, but I do see a little bit of details. And sometimes I put two and two together and have an aha moment and I share it. People are really, really upset that I voice my opinion, but I bring facts. It's not like I'm bringing everything. There were things about this Gannon's case that I saw that I wasn't going to put on my channel because I didn't have anything to back it up. T seems like she watches what social media posts about her and then tries to throw in a rebuttal. Exactly. Steve Gumby, exactly. This is what I've been saying. She goes through, she figures, okay, they're saying this is what I got to put there, this is what I got to put there, this is what I got to put there. That's what it looks like. And I mean, it's just constant contradicting, right? Like, small but mighty, Kimbo says. You go, Linda, small but mighty. I've heard, oh yeah, people said that quite a bit. I'm a little bit feisty. I can't remember what the other word is they use for me. But please be patient with Linda. She's doing her best in chat with nearly 800 people. Yeah, 800 people is a lot of people. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry about the slow mode. I'll figure it out next time for sure. You do you, girl. Keep voicing. Love your channel. Yeah, you know, like, I mean, the main thing is it's time to bring Gannon home. It's time to bring him home. And you know, everybody's different, okay, how they would react in tragedy. If this was my child, I would freak the heck out. I don't care if I had makeup on, no makeup on, facing the camera, like, put that aside, bring my baby home. This is what I saw that day. This is what he was wearing. This is what I was wearing. This is the food he ate. This is what I ate. This is the time. This is what time I went to the bathroom. Like, whatever it took to bring this child home. And we're not seeing that. And so naturally, okay, Tiny Tots CPR says, check Brian Rasmussen's comments. Where is that? Tiny Tots, just send me, oh, I didn't see, oh, Brian, okay, yeah, I didn't see her leave with a phone. She never asked about a missing phone on her second trip. I've talked to the other person who checked her out this time. What, did she buy something the second time, or did she return something the second time? Because she's back at 1 p.m. What happened? Lisa says, Linda, I know it's a sensitive subject, but how do you feel about looking into the Watts case facts from beginning and have a series on it? You know, I've teetered. I've put that Chris Watts video, a lot of controversy. It brought out a lot of scary people. And I would love to go from the beginning, but I'm not going to. It's just not worth the death threats. And some pretty crazy people. But we know what the truth is, but they just don't. I'm not interested in. The type of people that this channel is attracting are beautiful, kind, supportive, kind-hearted people. And the ones with the Chris Watts, yes, bring the same, but also not the same. There's some pretty scary people on there. So it gives me the, it just repels me. So I probably won't do it. Oh yeah, Detective Halverson, you had death threats? I sure did. And one person said I was going to end up exactly like Shanann. But you know what? The 18, almost 19,000 people make up for the crappy things people say. And now I've just learned to hide a person or delete. If you have a differing opinion, that's okay. But if you're ignorant or, you know, brutal, then no. Brian, where are you? She seemed happy at Petco. Oh. Yeah, you know what, Brian? Can you do all caps if you're going to answer? And then that way I know the all caps is from you and it'll just stick out a little bit more. That probably would help. Yeah, it is speculation if she left her phone at PetSmart. Absolutely. I have no evidence of saying that she did. Yeah. I find it hard to comprehend how Al and Landon have only made 2 videos in 3 weeks. I mean, if that was my child, you know, I would not be this quiet. Well, maybe they have to be. Maybe there's some things, and maybe, I mean, there's also a lot of animosity, right? I mean, picture Al and Landon. All right, they have their child missing, and the person they know, and Al's wife, knows something and lied about his whereabouts, or lied where he was that day going to a friend's. So, I mean, hold me back if that was me, right? I'd be like, better not put me on camera because I'm going to lose it. Bonnie Princess, I need your help on 2 cases. Email me at itsacrimeandashame@gmail.com. Yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, CW doesn't deserve our time, I know. I had to put that video when I saw what I saw. I had to put the video because it bothered me so much. How can I not say something, right? This channel is my new favorite. I love your claiming voice and the way you resource. Yeah, she doesn't know what she bought a second time. Well, we don't know. I wonder if T ever hired a lawyer. I don't know, but I can tell you one thing, that her statement was, even her words were different than what she normally uses it. I'll type the email address in here. Okay, there we go. Yep, I am Canadian. I am. Does people see, like, when I say about? I think I talk like Americans, and then people say, no, you don't. One person was so mad at me that I said Colorado wrong. Well, I'm Canadian and it's Colorado, and he goes, it's not Colorado, it's Colorado. Well, okay, there's an 11-year-old child missing, and the only thing you're focusing on is that I'm not saying Colorado right. I'm supposed to say like Colorado. Tomato, tomato. 392 likes right now for this video. How many people is on here so far? What's the number? How many people are in? I think last was 800 or something. I don't think she could afford Scott Reich. He has a great channel. I haven't seen the last, oh gosh, I haven't seen his channel maybe in a couple weeks since I've been doing like daily updates. I don't go to a lot of people's channels anymore because I'm trying to focus in on research and then focus in on getting the video done. And you'd be surprised, like an 18-minute video or a 13-minute video that I do, you'd be surprised how many hours it actually takes to finish, because I don't pop on live, right? I just do, you know, certain lives once a week, I guess is only my second one. But when I do research, it could be quite a few hours, and then I map out what I want to say, and then I record, and then I edit, then I have to create a thumbnail, then I have to do, and then I have to upload it, right? So yeah, you know, okay, to be fair, yes, Scott is a defense lawyer. Once upon a time, I would have wanted to be a prosecutor, not a defense attorney, but, you know, I don't know if she has it or not. He has a good channel, though. He brings some good stuff to the table. He has 25 years of experience, too, and we all can learn from that. Scott would not take her case. She talks too much. Could you imagine being a lawyer going, oh my gosh, wait a minute, what's everything that you put out to social media? I need to know. I'm from Colorado, Linda, and I love how you say it. It's adorable. B says that. Well, I didn't think I was saying it wrong. Everybody says Colorado, but I guess it's Colorado. Yes, if you were innocent, you'd say, give me a polygraph. You know, this is the thing, Sally. I would say, Sally Scott says this, and I'd say, like, here's the type of gum I chew. Like, this is how many pieces I had. What you want? What else you want? You want my hair? Okay, here. Like, whatever it took to get your child home, right? It's a nightmare. Oh, look at that. Rochelle says, I'm from Colorado as well, and I say it like you. Well, there you go. We're going to have to find the comment. That guy was so upset at me. Colorado. See? Natives say Colorado, like you. There we go. CW's in the past a liar and he's pathetic. If there were a spiritual gain from society you wanted to, then by all means, I greatly believe your strengths are in cases like Gannon. That's the thing. I voiced my opinion because I was looking out for Shanann and the babies. Do I want to get into CW and NK? Nope, I could. And this is the thing, okay? If I wanted to monetize from CW, like people are saying, oh, you just want to monetize, that video is not monetized. And if I wanted to, then you would see me plaster the crap out of it because I had something like, I don't know, 400,000 views on this video. If that was my intention, don't you think I would be putting Chris Watts videos after Chris Watts videos out? No, 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 no. No, I don't want to. I stated my case. That's what I saw. I could easily go on about him, but I won't. I love your channel. It's so informative and your opinions are great. I agree with them all. Your voice calms me too. You know, this is super funny. Emma Jane says this. I've never heard somebody say that I have a calming voice, not ever, and I hear it all the time. Maybe it's the microphone. Undisputed Truth, her readings on Gannon are amazing. I can't remember if I saw one of her videos. I know I really appreciated insights from Tarot Cards from the Soul. I think that was Tarot Cards from the Soul. She had some pretty cool insights. Oh yeah, there was an accomplice in CW. I did that in my video, 100%. She even seemed happy, even giddy first trip to Petco that day. But people were saying that Tisha kept going to the door and looking out and she was acting odd. Was odd meaning skittish? Was odd meaning extra happy now? Like, what was it? Because that to me was like, wait a minute. If she's going in Petco, she's checking out and she kept coming to the windows. Why is that? Usually, I mean, you would never leave a little kid in the car, but 11 years, you wouldn't keep checking on him, right? Jane Gilmore, yep. Leave that to somebody else, exactly. Yeah, I have a calming voice. I've never heard that. This is kind of interesting. The stepmother definitely looks guilty, but I don't see any smoking gun. They couldn't convict her for lying. You're right. You're right, Gary. You're totally right. That's the problem. The thing is, the more quiet the authorities get, the more she talks. And I don't believe in coincidences. So if she is innocent, this is just all something that's just one big nightmare, then it would suck because if she's innocent, she's innocent. The problem is that she didn't come home with Gannon and Gannon missed school because of a stomach ache. Where's the doctor's appointment? And, you know, sometimes kids have stomach aches, you know, like you don't need to go to a doctor. Fair. And I believe, especially down in the States, it's crazy what you guys pay. I'm not sure what you pay, but I know you guys have to pay if you don't have insurance or whatnot. Catherine Nottingham says, this is why I've been watching you. I'm 60 years old. I see patterns. I attended university. I went through a horrific incident as a child. You have a calming voice and you're a fair, good researcher. I do my best. You know, sometimes it's so hard not to speak my mind in some things because I'm fairly passionate. I'm a passionate person. Sometimes I have to bite my tongue and not say anything. I do want to be fair. The very first video, you can go and watch it. Go in the links below to the playlist. I have a bunch of Gannon videos. And also Faye, like I talked about Faye earlier. And go into those videos and you'll see the very first video that I did. I was very, very fair. Here's what I'm presenting. Here's what I'm seeing. You know, and then as time goes on, it's like, why is she lying? If you have nothing to hide, then there's nothing to lie about, right? Or maybe she's just protecting herself because she's being a crappy parent in other ways. How many do we got going on in here so far? Let's go into the other window and see. 710 watching. Thank you so much, you guys. Are you liking this style? Are you liking this format where I give you some bits of information and we talk? Give me a like or just put it in the comments saying yes, heck yes. Heck yeah. You're not a hero 369 says you're my new crush. That's very sweet. Thank you. Brian, thank you so much for being in here. I know this must be probably bothering you quite a bit too, as it would anybody, especially, you know, people who have been in contact. Heck yeah. Agreed, I believe that they had a pretty good idea of what's going on, even though we don't know for sure. I believe the parents are following a request to step back and let us take over. You know, and Landon is even doing very well. Like when she said, you know, she's putting these things out here on Facebook. It says, take the pics of my babies down. Rightly so, right? Over the top, and I'm sick of it. She says, my baby waving by, what type of sick person? Games and trails and inhumane. And there just does seem to be games, right? I mean, there's a support Tisha group, and she's missing the point. And the point is, Gannon is missing. Where can we find him? If she put half the energy into finding Gannon as she does into protecting herself, Gannon could be home by now. Shelby says, you're so cute, Linda. Don't worry about how you pronounce things. I love your accent. I don't think I have one. Is she a living nightmare at the hotel with room service? She's probably relaxing, getting massage because she thinks she only cares about herself. Innocent people have nothing to hide and hide nothing. And I want to put this out. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And she's showing that. Carol says, the guy that did not like the way you say Colorado must pronounce all provinces. Where did Landon make that statement? That was on Facebook. She had it. Thanks, Barbara. You love my sweatshirt. Thank you so much. More snow predicted on Monday and Tuesday in Colorado Springs. And you guys had quite a dump of snow in Colorado Springs, didn't you? Where was her teenage daughter that day? Have they released that info? I have not seen concrete info where her daughter was that day. I do know that she was going to college, so I don't know though. I don't know where she was. So sad he only weighed 1.6 pounds. I know, he's a little fighter. He's a fighter. Does anyone know what name Tisha is on Facebook under? Well, she's under her old one. Like she deactivated it and came on again. It's T Stauch, I think it is. See, 693. Oh, I can see it right there. I don't have to look on here. I wonder if T will go back to the house now Landon left. Legally, I don't think Albert can keep her out there legally married. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody's in there right now or not. I don't know how that's working, and maybe she doesn't want to show her face either. Maybe Al doesn't want her there. oh, one more thing. When I was looking at her Facebook, it was, I was looking at her friends and recent friends, and what was interesting was that it had Mike Hyatt on there, and I'm guessing that's a fake account, but Mike Hyatt is Landon's husband. And I thought to myself, well, that's interesting. That's her recent friend. She's already gone after one of Landon's husband and married him, and now she has the other one on there. Not that he's choosing, but that was crossed my mind. I was being snarky. And why does T refer to Harley as a, well, it's her child, right? I'm from Colorado Springs and live on the east side of north of Larson Ranch. This is very sad and frustrating. I can only imagine seeing all the posters for him. And how did Tisha's first husband die? I don't know, but I did see his obituary, and he was young. Yeah, some people do think I sound like I'm from Wisconsin. Mariah says, Linda, read my comment, please. I'm going to have to go back. Do you guys have any other questions? I'm really, like, every day I wake up and it's the first thing I think about to go check on Gannon, right? And then at the same time, I'm like doing one of these, like I don't want to know. Kenny, little sip. I discovered you 3 weeks ago. Love you and your channel. Oh, where'd it go? All the way from South Africa. I'm so sad about Gannon. Thank you, Lorraine. Welcome to my channel. Really happy to have you here. Thank you, Chef Betsy, for the super chat. Very into your show. I'm watching now as I'm mixing my dough for scones. That's awesome. Do you have any gluten-free stuff? I need some good gluten-free recipes. Yeah, I want to know about these pet coats. It's just so much crazy stuff. I don't know. Could he run while in pain in a cut foot? Well, we don't know how. Okay, let's back up. We don't know if he cut his foot. Tisha said he cut his foot. We don't know if he cut his foot, right? Corey says, I'm Canadian as well, and people ask me if I'm from Boston. That's fun. I love Boston accents. I love it. Why gluten-free? Because I have to eat gluten-free. It's been, what year is it? 2020, I think 14 years now I've had to eat it. Oh yeah, Chef Betsy says lots of gluten-free, sweet, because I need some good recipes. I lived in Colorado Springs up until a few months ago. There's so many areas between Manitou Springs and the Garden of the Gods that no one would think to look in. They frequented both areas. Yes, I'm allergic. But it's getting better these days, and I really don't miss it. Sometimes I do, but not really. Although I had my first gluten-free cinnamon bun like a week ago in 15 years. It was amazing. Snow Remover, thank you so much for your super chat. Thanks for all your hard work from a fellow Canadian. I do not hear an accent, eh? Canadians wouldn't, although if I was from out east, from Newfoundland, you sure would. Yes, thank you. Did they find the dog coats? I don't know. Did she come out of the truck with them? It's very grainy. It's hard to see, kind of see something white, and we think it's her hat, right? how vast the area is. 35 acres is a lot. I wonder where else they are searching. I wonder if they are, does anybody know today if they are continuing there? I haven't seen the latest. I know from yesterday, but I don't know what's going on today, if there's been an update. I would be really curious if you guys know that. I've been spending all morning prepping for this, so if you could show me that, that would be, not necessarily show me, but tell me, that would be really appreciated. I heard someone say that law enforcement were looking for certain items. I saw that, I think, this morning when I was getting Landon's statement. That's, I think, when I saw it, that they were combing the area around and asked. They didn't specify the items, they just said they were looking for certain things. She didn't want to wreck the investigation. Or she or he, I don't even remember if it was male or female. Same place, over 100 searchers. Okay, so, and it's a lot. It's probably going to take some time. I mean, they're going bit by bit, right? Like you see everybody shoulder to shoulder, and they have the poles and they have the shovels. Miss T says, my first live stream, hope I've not missed much. I've been going for about an hour, 20 minutes right now. First I talked about Faye Swetlik, and then this now on Gannon, of course. They're using horses, drones, and dogs. Yes, I've read about a bloodhound too going in there. Britann McBride, Graffiti Falls, I'm a native and know everywhere. Thank you for the super chat, I really appreciate it. Could they be searching for a Wi-Fi adapter from Gannon's switch for a ping location? Was something thrown out of a car window? Searching close to the road and low. You know, that's a very, very good point. A lot of kids will be in the back seat playing their game, right? And he did have a stomach ache that day. That's the weird thing. If he has just a stomach ache, why are you going shopping? Unless she's like, you know, hey buddy, I gotta go to Petco and I gotta find these. Is it okay? Can you sit in the back seat? You know, well, he would anyways, but can you sit in the back and then hang out? And he would. I will have this live available after I'm done too, so that you guys can watch it and have the chat in there too. Yeah, Corey H, are you from Alberta? I am. It's a crime and a shame at gmail.com. And this is it. Yeah, if you could please put it on there, then you could just email me. There is one person who emailed me actually and was talking about me doing a cold case. And I love doing the missing children. You know, I want to put it out there in there first and foremost. Do you guys, would you like me to do maybe once a month, touch on a cold case and deliver what, you know, my ideas are? I would love to know. Jose says, can you start over? Rewind. It was interesting. No, yeah, Jonbenet, Ramsey. Yeah, I've been seeing some stuff on that too. I would love to. Cold case would be great. Okay, that's cool. Because I wasn't sure, but I would like to, but not a focus on them. Maybe once in a while sprinkled, right? Go hard on one, and then the next month maybe do something different. Still not supposed to leave a child in a car. 11 is still too young to be left alone. Yeah, I'm not sure the age down there. I know even at home, you're not supposed to leave a child under the age of 12. So I don't know about a car. I don't know what the Tisha's hubby died from. I did see his obituary, and I want to say he was 35 or something when he passed away, but I don't know if she was even with him at that point. We do know his blood must be in the garage, though. She had to explain it. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, how bad did he cut his foot? Was it that bad? She said she gave him a bandage and he was good to go. So maybe not that bad. Did he cut his foot, right? Okay, this is it. I'll cover for you. I don't know if he cut his foot. She said he cut his foot. But this is after everybody was talking about there being blood. So I don't know. Scott Rice tells everyone never take a lie detector test as they are not admissible. Only a fool would do so. Yes, but you'd also, you know, that's coming from a lawyer, but as coming from a human being, when there was, you know, things going on, you're just desperate to find your child. You just be like, give me it all, whatever you need, right? Is it possible that Harley or T accidentally backed over Gannon on his bike Sunday? Even that may explain blood on the back of the car. I don't know anything at this point. I hope we can get some info, and I hope Gannon is brought back home. And we obviously want him home alive, safe, and well. And if he's not, then I really hope that he has some sort of proof or truth with him. Linda, is it possible that she could have left him in a car at Petco waiting for accomplice if she had one to snatch him in the parking lot? That would explain her looking at the car. I don't know. I just know I don't believe he was a runaway. I don't believe he was a runaway. Did he not speak to his dad in the morning on the phone? He was ill. See, Gail, that's my question. Oh, it's saying low battery when it should be charging, but it's probably sucking up all the juice from you guys. It's sucking up all the love, my phone. We're at 488 people, so I might have to wrap it up soon because it says it's at 20%, but I have that dongle that's supposed to be charging the phone, but I think it's charging not as fast as we're going, so. Okay, it looks like you guys want a cold case, so that's cool. What I could do maybe is do a poll on my community tab too and show you the cases that I wouldn't mind digging into, and then you guys could actually vote on that. Would you like that? Yeah, YouTube Monitor says the stepmother knows where Gannon is. Look how the way she treated Gannon in that terrible video. How could any parents play on a child's emotions? Well, the thing is let's face it. According to Tisha, Gannon had a rough weekend, right? Cuts his foot on Saturday night. Sunday night gets in trouble really late for a school night. And Monday, he has a sore stomach. So he had a crappy weekend, according to her. What happened on Friday? And I want to know which day Al actually left. Do you guys know which day Al actually left? If he did run away, we know why after watching T's video, Lucia says. Lucia? How do you pronounce that? There's two ways I guess it could be. Yeah, before we part ways, it says, let's smash this to 500 likes. What's the name of tarot card YouTube mentioned earlier? Tarot Cards for the Soul, I believe. You should do discussions on Netflix documentaries. Do you guys watch Netflix? Do you watch true crime on there? Jenny Skipworth, do you want a solved case or unsolved? Either or. Unsolved would be probably more. Miss T says, I love the sweater and tops you wear. Thank you so much. Don't have Netflix. No, I don't get that cable. Making a Murderer. Okay. I'm waiting for the next season to come out. Well, Brenda says, sometimes I watch it on Netflix, but mostly YouTube. But what if a YouTuber brought it? Then you don't have to watch the Netflix, you get the YouTube version. I concur, this is it, no problem. I think there may be, though. Maybe there's another season. Yeah, I watch true crime a little bit on Netflix. I've been diving in a bit. Sometimes I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I do like a few things. Yeah, see, I would watch it on YouTube before Netflix. There you go. I'll give you the Canadian version. Or as Jason in the chat says, he says, leave it to Linda. So I'll give you that. Lori and Chad Daybell. Okay, Lauren, Elizabeth, if you go into my channel, I started diving into Lori and Chad Daybell and where the kids are. And now I'm researching more into the religion part of it so I can see what the heck is going on. But I did put it on my channel. I've dove in, and you can see some of the connections I've made with the marriages and the divorces and the killings and that kind of thing. Graffiti Falls, that's where she took him. Britann McBride, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to take a look at that place. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a few more mods on here for next time for sure. Do you like maybe a weekly live chat? Corey, what about the older couple that left their home in St. Albert and they were traveling to British Columbia? I'll have to look that up. I might be getting that mixed up with a different couple. Daybell's is a super crazy case. I call her the Black Widow Bride, and then I saw the grandmother Kay Woodcock say she's a Black Widow, and I thought, whoa, that's what I call her. She's been married she's on her 5th husband. She's 46, I think. She's 46 with 5 husbands. And 2 or 3 are now dead. James says, just sent you 2 emails about cases here in New Jersey. Thank you so much. I'll take a look at it. Sundays with Linda, love it. Yeah, twice on Sunday. Yeah, maybe, no, I might do that. Some for the UK, some for people at night. She's a serial Black Widow. That Lori girl, I swear. But Nate Eaton from the East Idaho News, I give kudos to that guy because he is on it. He wants to just check everything out, bombards her with questions. She's great. I like live chats, however, not a fan of panels and call-ins. It gets chaotic. Oh yeah, Sally Scott says, how about the Canadian couple, Honey, and I forgot her husband's name, the pharmaceutical company found dead in their home, first thought suicide. No, that's interesting with that couple because I remember her name's Honey. There's some weird things to that as well, and they were actually when they were found, they were put in a certain position that mimicked a statue. It was very strange. Detective Halverson, comment on Amber Heard, poor Johnny Depp. I gotta look into more of that. I've heard a smidge on there, but not much. Pardon the question, can you do a live in French? Merci beaucoup. No. I understand a little French, and it's hard for me to do it, but I'll do captions. It's hard for me because I'm not fluent in French. I know un peu, but that's about it. Danielle says, love the channel, great content and delivery. Thank you so much. Any news on Holly? James, yes. Holly Clark, if any of you guys have seen some of my previous videos, she's a missing girl from Hamilton, Ontario. However, the last I heard was on February 3rd, I believe it was, that she was actually seen on video walking past her missing signs. So family says that they kind of think that it's her, they believe so. I haven't heard anything else, but I've been so focused on Gannon and on little Faye and a little bit on Lori and Chad that I need to update that. So what I'll do is at the end of February, I'm gonna put another, I'll do it as a premiere, so not live, but you'll get case by case and little updates. So it'll be formatted like my normal videos are, and you'll get case by case so you can get the scoop on everything. And I'll do that at the end of February. So I'll do that once a month as a premiere. We can chat but talk about each case, if that sounds good. Yes, Kimberly XOXO says, this morning I saw news about a 10-year-old reported missing here in Colorado Springs. Does anyone local heard anything? He has been found safe. So he was missing, but he's not anymore. He's safe. There's a missing woman in Minnesota. It's a cold case, Wendy Can. The only person that keeps her name out there is her daughter since 2008. Aw. And I really wish I had so much time so that I could, you know, dive into everybody, because my heart just breaks when you hear missing people. There should be no missing children, no missing people, no murdered people. But we live in a different world, right? They can arrest the Daybells on child endangerment. Why haven't they? I don't know. You know, Susie, maybe they want her to lead them to the kids. Because there was the threat, if she didn't produce the kids, she'd be in contempt of court. But the Skelton brothers. Man, you guys have some interesting suggestions. Everyone around the Daybells ends up dead. It looks like that, isn't it? Now, they had a bunch of basically everybody got divorced. Like Lori split from her husband, who ended up dying while he was killed by Lori's brother. And so Lori's brother, and Lori's sister-in-law, no. Lori's niece, Lori's brother, all moved to Rexburg, Idaho after they got rid of their partners. And then they all got married in November, and then Lori's brother ended up dying. So it's just crazy. I have an 11-year-old daughter as well as 4 other kids, and I can't imagine how parents would cope with that. I can't even handle if my kids are gone for a little bit, like just, you know, like you don't know what's going on. And so I can't even imagine, And they have to have hope, right? They have to have hope, and that's what keeps them going. You know, this is it. I'm going to hold off on that. Yeah, I'll try and do cold cases. So we'll do a couple different little things that, 10% remaining. Hang on. I don't know if you guys would even want that or not. You guys gotta let me know. I don't know. And some other new things coming down the road as I get, oh, no sound. It's gonna die on me. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, it's because the 10% came up and then it just stopped my phone. So clearly it doesn't work to charge fast enough. So I'm gonna make this pretty quick and get off right away so that we don't die completely on here. So lots of good things coming to the channel, lots and lots of things. And I am so thankful for each one of you who are spending the time here with me today. I super appreciate it. And thank you so much for being just part of this community. I'm amazed. You guys are awesome. So supportive, so uplifting. And I love having chats with you. I get to as many people as I possibly can. I hope that I can even get to more, but it's starting to get pretty crazy. So let's see, there's 540 people watching now. Give a like to this video and I will do more in the future. Hopefully maybe next weekend if we like this once a week, or maybe one day midweek. This will never change the fact that I will keep doing other videos that are very concise and edited. I like that. It takes me longer and sometimes I don't get the info as fast as other people, but I really want to do a great job for you guys, and I really want to get what I want to say out there without rambling. So the lives can be like that, and then we go from there. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and click that notification bell. Some people aren't getting the notifications, so you know, you want to do that. You don't want to miss out. Thank you. I love your channel. And Linda means beautiful in Spanish. Yes, thank you, Jose. I know that. I know that that's what it means. Thank you, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super gratitude. We will talk to you soon. Bye.